now we get to the section where I tell you my opinion, and you can agree with me or disagree. This is just me connecting things and asking myself questions, which I always do. And there's a question that I have wondered for a long time, and this time I really got a chance to look into it. So I'm really thankful I'm doing this project. And is the question of why did Walton not ask Hindemith to play the premiere of his work in the first place? We know that Hindemith was an incredible musician, an incredible violist, that he played concerts everywhere, that he was friends with Walton. Why did Walton not ask Hindemith to do the premiere of his work? Well, as we know, Hindemith ended up playing in the premiere of his work because Curtis was not able to play. And Walton reviewed afterwards that Hindemith's sound was, in his opinion, was a cold sound that didn't express many emotions. And this could be interpreted two ways. The first one is that actually Hindemith's sound was indeed he was very technical and indeed very cold, because he was trying to be very precise and rhythmical and virtuosic, and that's it, like very empty, cold and empty. But the other way of seeing it is that maybe he was actually very advanced to his time, and he was already thinking of the interpretation of the very pure and new interpretation of Bach that kept being found and developed until now. Nowadays, we see the historical performance movement. We have a very specific style, very pure, very little vibrato, and also a kind of flexibility that doesn't qualify as a rubato, right? But of course, at the time when Walton was composing, and also when Curtis played, because we know Curtis had a very romantic style of playing, and he was really subjective. And the first recordings of the Walton Concerto that have been analyzed, they've been known to being really shifting a lot of the tempo and changing what's written in the score, and being very personal in this way. So it can be understood that perhaps this wasn't so much appreciated, the new objectivity movement, where they were looking back at this whole Baroque style of composing, but also style of playing. Walton took elements from Bach and he incorporated them into his works. But if you check his markings and compare them with Hindemith, who copied the alla breve, he put the dots and the different accents in different places, trying to capture the elegance and the poise and the ostinato, everything. He's trying to capture the Baroque period. Whereas when we see Walton, who doesn't always write, he writes lines on top of his notes when he wants them longer, and things like this. He might not necessarily have them wanted interpreted in the manner of a historical performance style. So here are different elements that you can now take and explore into your playing. I would encourage you to explore different works that you're playing, not necessarily these ones, and look at them in detail and listen to them, and try to find out if there's pieces that they've been inspired by, and if these ones give you a clue on how you should interpret the works that you're now playing. If you've enjoyed this session, please give us a like and subscribe to our mailing list so that you can stay in touch with us. If you want more information or more analysis on this movement or another work, perhaps a different work that you're working on and you would like some help, please write directly to us. We'll be really, really happy to speak with you and to organize, maybe create a different project, and also perhaps even to meet with you and maybe other people on Zoom and do a more detailed analysis on different works.